Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the class showcase for Final Fantasy XIV Mobile. I guess technically it's a job showcase, but the video says class showcase, so that's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, a lot of people seem to think we wouldn't be getting anything tangible about 14 Mobile soon, especially after the debacle that was 11 Mobile. But the game's already been playable in China. Went into beta testing a few weeks ago. There's been a few screenshots lingering around, some minimum spec stuff or recommended spec stuff. I think it was like a Samsung 22 something and an iPhone 12, somewhere in that vicinity for the specs that they were recommending for the beta at the very least. But here we have what is effectively similar to our job action showcases that we get with every expansion, but for Final Fantasy XIV Mobile. So this, I guess, is going to be our first real look at gameplay, in a sense. Like, obviously, you know, we always take the job action showcases with a grain of salt, so we should do the same here. But the fact that it's already playable means that a lot of this is probably going to be as is, unless it gets changed before the official release, or they continue to balance it, etc., etc. So it's only about 3 minutes and 12 seconds, so let's get to it. It's only going to have the base of Realm Reborn jobs as well. Ninja won't be here either, and nothing past the original 9 should be present. So let's give it a look-see. So we've got Warrior first. All right, so right off the bat, we have Infuriate. That was so fast. Maybe this person made this. I'm just realizing this now. Maybe this is a person who made this and not, because that was like instant. It was it was just Infuriate into Inner Beast. So first of all, let's look at the UI, because the UI is the first thing. So I'm covering up the social features. There's a chat, looks like a friends list, and then a chocobo button, probably for your mount. And then you can see the HP bar, you can see the cast bar at the top, you can see the gauge over on the right-hand side with the 100 font being a little weird. And then we actually have a handful of skills that we recognize, but don't all do the things that I would have expected them to do. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if that bottom right act is an action, the shield, or is that tank stance? Oh, that might be tank stance, actually, yeah. So that would be, so 7 actions there, and then 3 more. So 10 actions. I'm not going to lie, that's more than I thought. I was banking on 5 or 6 actions. That's a little bit more than I expected. Now, it's also interesting, as we can see some combo pieces here. And weird to see some of the ones that are here. Excuse me if my brain doesn't remember all the names of all the skills right off the bat. But, yeah, I guess we should let them actually press it. Whoa, wait. What was that? That was cool. That's way cooler than anything Warrior has in 14 right now. What? I'm mad. That's... Wait, that's the animation for... And that's... What's the name of the ability? It's literally in the game right now. I call it the punch. I've been calling it the punch for way too long. But I also noticed that it changed the combo action. Look, this combo action has changed completely from what it was before. Oh, I think that's actually this being pressed. Yeah, it is. That's the second combo action. Okay, and then there's the punch. But what the heck? The combo action is so cool. That's so cool. I love that. And then they press it again, and then it does another, and then they... Wait, is that an... That's a fell cleave combo, is what it is. They're pressing it like 4 times back to back. Look, they press it. Look. Oh, I see. So you do that however many times in a row, and then it gives you fell. Yeah, because then it turned into fell cleave and used 50 gauge right after that. Okay. Wait, that wasn't enough. I need to see more. So I see that we have Thrill of Battle. I don't know what defensive that is. Assume it's Rampart. And it looks like there's Storm's Eye and Storm's Path. I'm going to assume that's for buff management. But yeah, I have to assume this is the player who made this. Because then they do the second gauge action right after. They do 2 fell cleaves immediately after. And what's interesting, though, is... Oh, when they use... So that wasn't I'm sorry, that was inner release earlier. So when they used inner release right here, is it? Now, see, now I'm debating it. Now I'm questioning everything. Because it was like the video started and they pressed this. That's Infuriate. That's the animation for Infuriate. Okay, I see what happened. And then I need to break this all down. And then we saw the immediate follow-up of The immediate follow-up of Inner Beast. I don't know if that was, I think that was all part of one action, because they didn't press anything else when that Inner Beast happened. So I think the Infuriate into Inner Beast was one thing. Then they press Infuriate right here. I'm sorry. Then they press Inner Beast right here. Inner Release. Sorry. My brain is still. And yeah, it's a Fell Cleave combo. So it changes your base combo action, which before the Inner Release was what looks to be the standard. I think that's Maim next in the combo. And then immediately after, yeah, it changes the combo. It also looks like it enables maybe a free use of Onslaught. That's not Onslaught. Onslaught's the gap closer. I got to really stop calling it the punch in actuality. But it looks like, I wonder if it's a combo action that has to be used 3 times, or if it just has 4 uses in total. We also saw briefly the AoE skill get used in there as well. We saw it quick, and yeah, okay, so this is the AoE button. That's what that is. That's yeah. That's what this is. This is the AoE button. Okay. All right, so a brief look. That was a lot of buttons really fast. Obviously we don't see, now one thing I will note is I don't see any way to move, but so I'm wondering if movement is just something we're not seeing because the player has it hidden behind my head, and like because they're not moving, it's not showcasing it. Or if there's anything else. We do also see they have a 20-second magic vuln. They are a level 50 warrior, 10,000 MP, you know, pretty low amount of health. I'm just wondering because they've mentioned motion controls with this, like having on-screen like joysticks, and that's just not present here. So that's like something that's going to be heavily missing, and I definitely need to see like actual, like, not Clash Showcase style gameplay. Yo, if this person made this personally, they did a pretty good job, because that was 15 seconds and my mind is already blown. Looking at Paladin here, you can already see Shield Bash is lit up wild. I'm assuming that's because they procced a block. They have Fight or Flight. I can see they have 10 seconds of Fight or Flight. It's on cooldown right now. It was just used a second ago. And it looks like they have, that's either Holy Circle or Holy Spirit. I see Circle of Scorn, Bulwark. I think that's Sentinel. That's Passage of Arms. I guess this is the Blade combo right there. Yeah, there's that. Oh, you tap this button to do basic. That's going to be weird. I mean, I wonder why. I guess that's just if everything's on cooldown, you would just do that, because it seems weird to even bother tapping the attack action like that. But that's definitely what they're doing. So that's Holy Circle. I thought it was Holy Circle, but I wasn't sure. And then there's this. That's just a cool little sword combo button. Press twice. Did a little backstep to boot. And yeah, you can see the other enemies around as well. Oh, wait a minute. So I think I see the joystick, actually. And the video might blink because it's full screen, and for some reason my OBS hates that. Is that it right there? Hold on. I know, I'm sorry for that. Is that it? I think that's it right there. Yeah, it was kind of hidden. It just looks like it's not being used, so it's like grayed out. I'm almost certain that's what it is. If somebody's gonna make a red dot joke, I already know it. Sorry, it's gonna blink. It's gonna blink one more time. Sorry, 2 more times technically. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's fine. I don't care. We still have the gauge. Yeah, so that's Circle of Scorn. Oh, this is their gap closer. Wait, they have their gap closer at level 50? Don't tell in-game, don't tell retail paladins that the mobile version has their gap closer at level 50. And then they did the Shield Bash right after. I mean, they had that Shield Bash proc for a while. It's interesting because the buttons to the left of your main actions all look like procs and or combo pieces, which is a really interesting way of doing, because they just disappear when you don't have them, which is a pretty actually nifty design for that. Okay. Then they're just doing a few basics. Oh, okay, yeah, and then that was Passage of Arms on a 1-minute cooldown, mind you. Okay, so a lot of pretty basic stuff there. A fair number of defensives, a gap closer. And then, yeah, I'm assuming that's tank stance in the bottom right. Now it's the straight up, like, tank symbol. So I didn't even realize Ivy was just chilling here. And Holy Circle. Okay, so we've got an idea for that. Bart. Wait. Is that how they choose their song? But like, okay, so the top button is your song. and then you swipe in the direction, or you, I'd assume, also use like the right analog stick to choose it. For which song, and then those are the three: Ballad, Paean, and Minuet. So they start the first song, and it looks like it's targeted, mind you. So, sorry, listen, we have uptime songs. I'm sorry, we have songs that don't require uptime now, but you're gonna have to require it here. I see leg shot, venomous bite, heavy shot. I don't know what that other action is, and I don't know what that action on the far right is either. I wonder if that's just telling you your role, the thing in the bottom right, and it's not actually a tank stance. Okay, so that's Raging Strikes, basically. And then that was a proc right there. Yo, this is a lot. Wait. So leg graze. Wait. Are you telling me leg graze procs Reign of Death? Oh, that's funny. Look at that. There's Reign of Death. And then what was that the basic attack right there that I just missed? Or was that heavy shot? What was this? Oh, that's Venomous Bite. Oh, wait, it's firing 2 arrows. Does the normal Venomous Bite right now fire 2 arrows? Or have I just never paid attention? Or is that firing both Venomous Bite? No, yeah, it looks 6 seconds. Goodness gracious. Yeah, they have Raging Strikes. They have 12 seconds of song left. Also, I looked over at their gauge. Are you telling me, is that just when it ends? Or is there a bonus for hitting something right as your song hits a certain point? I kind of like that. Yeah, and then there's heavy shot, and then there's the basic attack. Is that... Oh, that's Apex. Dude, I literally just did all of Ultimate on Bard, and even I still don't recognize what Apex looks like on the hotbar. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, yeah, and then the screen lights up when you hit that critical mass. And then they press it again. Yeah, you press the song again, and it gave them pitch perfect. Yeah, look at that. And then they have a few seconds. Pitch. Oh, no, that's not pitch perfect. What is that? It's just a different ability altogether. They also, I noticed, got, they have 6 seconds of song buff left for the song they picked. So they still have 6 seconds of the buff left. And then they had like hold on, I got it. So Raging Strikes goes to 0. They press the button. They get 6 seconds. Oh, that's 6 seconds probably to activate this. And then wait. And then look, the gauge changed. And now I didn't realize I was going to be so mind blown. No, I want to know what that does. It looks like this proc. So I noticed that do you have to press the song again? Or did Heavy Shot just come off cooldown when that happened? No, I think it's just a coincidence that Heavy Shot came off cooldown there. And they didn't even use the far right ability. I think the far right ability looks like a really fancy repelling shot, but I don't know. Well, you know, we got something out of that, I guess. And then we've got Black Mage. No, oh my God, ley lines. 1 minute on ley lines. I see freeze. I like the look. Dude, I actually really like the look of the button for Fire and Blizzard 3. It's like a little of both. I kind of like the way that looks. There's Thunder. There's that mana font. I wish I recognized this stuff. Yeah, so there's Thunder. Is that Burst? Because that didn't apply it. Oh, so it's like, is that Thunder into Burst? And then there's Fire 4. There's the gauge also, by the way. It looks pretty much like their current gauge. Interesting. So whatever their most recent element was, gives them a proc of some kind. So when they used Thunder, they had a proc that they didn't use. And then when they casted Fire, which I don't know how it's determined that they're casting Fire. Is it like, do you lean on the right side of the button? Do you lean on the left side of the button? Is it, is it like half of each? Because I'm going to misclick the hell out of that if that's the case. Wait. What did that do? Is that sharp? Wait, was that sharp cast? Is that what that was? Is that sharp cast? I don't remember. They use that, and then that looks like it becomes Fire 4 and Blizzard 4. They have a basic attack as well. Yeah, they cast it on... No, see, that time they cast it on the right side of it, and it's casting Blizzard. Oh, no, it's casting Fire. It just looked like Blizzard at first. It looked like it was starting with the Blizzard animation and then went to the Fire animation. So there's that. Yeah, there's Flare. Was that... Where did that Flare... Wait. Where did the Flare come from? It's really quick. Oh, they casted this. I guess maybe this also... Maybe this is just telling you what this is doing. Maybe this is Flare and this activates whatever this is instead of pressing this. Because, yeah, then they cast Flare. No, because then it gives them it again. Okay, I will say that time they cast it on the left side of the button and it did do Blizzard. And it did it again. So that might be it. So there's a couple things unused here. We didn't see the freeze button pressed. This we saw pressed and it did Flare. We didn't see what really any of the procs did. And we can see that they have a 20-second buff at the bottom. When did they get that buff initially? Oh, I think it's when... Oh, is that the buff that tells you... Okay, so that was... Oh, that's Enochian. That's what that button is. That button's Enochian, not Sharpcast. I'm just stupid is what it is. Yeah, that's Enochian. And then I noticed casting any spell continues Enochian, it looks like. Like, it looked like they put up Enochian, and then it had 20-second, and then they were casting Blizzard spells, and that was refreshing it. So I wonder if it's Blizzard spells refresh it, and Fire spells just deal more damage. That might be it. Hard to tell. Summoner. I love the Carbuncle gauge. So I haven't played low-level Summoner in a long time. Does the current gauge look like that at low levels? I like that. I like the way it looks. So we can see a lot of Summoner spells. I see Fester. I see, is that Ether Flow? Or Ether, not, what's the other one called? Not Energy Drain, Energy, I don't remember. Either way, oh, there's Garuda. All right. Bro, I gotta hold on. Let me just save myself some trouble here. Where is playback speed 0.25? All right, just save me the trouble here. All right, never mind. The sound is killing me. I can't do that. I'd have to mute the video to do. All right, so they press the button and it goes to Garuda. It uses this on the far right. So it looks like it's very much more like modern Summoner than anything else. And then Garuda does that, uses the, uses Garuda's, whatever the skill is called now. Not Aerial Burst, like I know that's what that is, but the, God, it begins with an E. What's the name? I should have refreshed all my knowledge on all the names and abilities. Listen, I haven't played Summoner after leveling it. I don't think I want to either. And then it changes the base ability to win, so that's very similar. And then Fester, was that the summon again? Was that to decide to use Ifrit? It sure was. So press the button. Wow, wait, I didn't even see them flick over to Garuda before. It looks like they have a Ruin 4 proc as well. Ifrit looking chunky. And then there's the other Fester. Is that ability on the right changing also? No, the ability on the right just goes unused. Looks like Barrier. Yeah, that gives them 2 uses of each gem, it looks like. Then there's 2 uses of that. He doesn't even cast the ability before going to the other summon. Oh, he does actually. He used it right there. And then just one of those. So yeah, it's actually very akin to current Summoner, it looks like. So that's like the least surprising one that we've seen. And then he presses Ruin 4 right as everything's ending. So yeah, I don't have much to say about Summoner. That actually was like super, very familiar to the way that current Summoner works just that level. And honestly, it actually has the summons at 50 is really the big thing. There was also no Bahamut or Phoenix. Looked like it was strictly focused on Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan. But I like the cute little Carby gauge. It's so cute. Muck. I see all 3 riddles on one button. I see Elixir Field. Or not Elixir Field. God, what was... No, yeah, Elixir Field. No, that's right, yeah. I see Elixir Field. I see what I think is their Gap Closer. I think it's Shoulder Charge. I see Meditate. I see the Kick. I don't know if that's 6-sided star or not. And then I see... I don't know what that is on the right. Also looking at their buffs, it looks like... Did they just use a Notman? Okay, a Notman is a cast of some kind now, it looks like. And it gave them 60 seconds of a meditate buff. It looks like it gave them all their buffs, just like instantly. I can't believe the mobile version has a better Notman than we ever had. Holy moly. All right, and then there's just their action. And then there's them going through all of those. That was cool. I keep having to say this, but that was cool. Look at this. That was cool. So they used that, and then both Boot Shine and I think Dragon Kick opened up. That's such a good animation for Boot Shine. Look at that. Bam, 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 bam. And then that gave them all 5 of their chakra stacks. There's Forbidden Chakra. So yeah, by the way, that is that analog I've now confirmed. Now there's been AoEs on the screen the whole time. Yeah, the analog would be used to actually avoid these skills. Those are the basic attacks. So I actually prefer the original Elixir Field, but like the just firing chakra at the ground is interesting. Also, am I bugging or did just doing the basic? Yeah. So I don't know if that was the Boot Shine finishing. Because, look, these still have a little bit of a cooldown left. I don't know if that was just using the basic attacks actually triggered. I think it did. I think just using the basic attacks actually triggered True Strike and Twin Snakes. I think that's the case. I don't even think one of those. I don't even know if that's Twin Snakes, to be completely honest, or the Raptor. Oh, we actually saw them move right there. Wait, so they did that and then they were moving. Look, yeah, see, they back up a little bit. Maybe they were just backing up a little bit. All right, Dragoon. Is that Dragon Sight? Oh my god. So we see they have Jirskogul, although the Jirskogul animation looked a lot like Mirage Dive. All right, they just sighted themselves, which, you know, solo play, so that's fine. Was that? Oh, that was Life of the Dragon. And then that was, dude, they just gave them all the buffs. And then that was, okay, at least we know what all of the buttons do at this point. That was Litany. And then the animation lock on Litany was insane. That's their AoE button? Interesting. What's the name of that? That's like the second part of their AoE combo, isn't it? I think it is. I think that's the second part, not even the first part. Elusive. That elusive animation is pretty clean. I ain't gonna lie. It's got a lot of animation lock to it, but that's clean right there. I don't know what about y'all. That's a very different looking Jirskogul. I don't like it as much as the other one, but it's still pretty cool. And then that was a jump button. Did that change to a different button? No, that's just their jump. And then upon doing that, so jumping, it looks like the jump. Okay, so there's a follow-up action to Jirskogul. That's that. So it's like a red Mirage Dive, and then there's another jump. So that's Spine Shatter into actual jump. That was another really straightforward one. They had like all their buffs pretty much. And so, or at least all the skills that would be buffing them. At the bottom of the screen though, Litany looks like it only lasts 10. Dragon Sight looks like it only lasts 10. And then Life still lasts 30. I'm assuming Life is either just a straight damage increase or it makes those extra abilities be granted from using that. But that was a pretty decent showcase for that class. Okay. Scholar. Okay, hold on. Was that, first of all, was that Ether Flow? I'm sorry, was that Energy Drain? No, those are just the basic attacks. Okay, they do have Energy Drain on their bar. I'm just trying to, all right, that's just a really cool looking combo. That's just a really cool looking combo is all. So that was, that gave them an Ether Flow? Wait, did finishing their combo give them one Ether Flow? No, pressing that gave them 1 Ether Flow and 10 gauge. I don't remember what that is. That's currently in the game. Is that that's not, is that Recitation? I think that's Recitation is what that is. However, it looks like it's activated their ability to use fairy skills. That might actually be the old fairy buff too. That's just a nuke, I guess. Oh, wait, was that dissipation? Because I just noticed they have the dissipation. No, they use that, and then I don't know what this buff is. I thought that was dissipation, but I guess it's not. Maybe it's... Oh, it's just the timer to use the follow-up ability. It looks like. See how this is ticking down? I don't think they actually used it. That was Indom right there that they just used. Okay, so that was... They pressed that... Why do you have to go so fast? I just want to see if it's what the other option is, because that's using one of the ether flows. So that's Indom or Adlo? Am I seeing that right? Because I see Sucker on their bar, and that's Adlo. So I guess it's a matter of one or the other. Yeah, and then they target and use the Adlo right after, it looks like. Is that what they did? Did they use Adlo? They used, because they used another ether flow, but was that, did they just really quickly flick the screen and do the Adlo right there? Yes, they did. Wow. You let's blink and you'll miss it, I guess. Holy moly. This is one of the fairy abilities. I don't remember which one. 30-second cooldown. Oh, that was, it looks like that's the hot. Oh, that looks like it was Fey Illumination. Oh, it was Fey Illumination and then the hot right after. Okay, so it was the regen and Fey Illumination back to back. All right, and those both have 30 seconds. That energy drain was pretty dope, not gonna lie. Oh, and that used an ether flow. Did that give them MP? Actually, I'm curious. No, it did the opposite. It cost MP. Tiny bit, but it did use ether flow as well. Then Sucker. What was that? Was that just like... just an AoE? Was that... I think that was just a heal. Just a straight heal that they did right there. After the Sucker. Yeah, it's hard to tell. And then White Mage, I think, is the last job. All right, so we can see they have their Lily Bell at level 50. We can see that they have a Misery on standby. It looks like they also have Solace on standby. I see Cure 2. I think that's Medica 2. I think that's a Size. And then Presence of Mind, which they've already activated. And then, what was that? Was that Benediction? No, because that person's at nothing. What did that do then? They activated that, and now they have 8 seconds of a buff. Oh, oh, is that just like a mass regen? Because it's actually an 8-second buff on everyone, and it looks like it healed. It just didn't heal immediately. It healed at... Maybe it was like when they get hit, it heals them in return. Because as soon as he took the damage, then he jumped up a huge portion of his health. So it might be that. And then... Oh, actually, no. I think it's because they smacked Cure 2 right afterwards. Never mind. So I don't know what that does. Yeah, because they immediately smacked Cure 2 to heal. The heal response is really quick. All right, there's the Afflation. There's the Solace. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Oh, did that ability... Oh, you know what? That didn't use a Lily. I'm willing to bet that that's 8 seconds of no Lily cost then. What the heck? That was not a Size. Or if it is, it's a very different looking a Size. Yeah, it is. It's a Size. It just looks entirely differently. What in the heck is that? Does that apply a debuff? No, that's just another nuke that they have. And there's Misery. Bro. Oh, and then they have their combo action. And then I think that's it. I think that's all of the actions. Yeah. I don't know if this was an official Square Enix one or if this was made by someone, because there's like a ton of actions that we don't actually get to see. But that gives us somewhat of an idea of what the mobile version... They're definitely a lot different. I mean, I'm curious how this is to actually play and how it feels to actually play when you're doing 14 style content, because this is much faster paced than I expected it to be. It shouldn't be surprising. Mobile games generally try to have a flashy, fast, effective style. And even though Final Fantasy XIV is trying to retain a lot of what the retail version does, it's not really that much of a surprise. But I imagine that I'm going to break my screen if this isn't. This has to be mobile controller compatible. I don't know precisely how, but I feel like it has to be. Like there has to be like binds or something for all that stuff, because I'm gonna break my screen if I have to bash these buttons at the pace that the game seems to want me to play it at. The question is, how much of this are they just like, for example, I don't know that leg graze is necessary. Like, am I really going to be leg grazing just to get to the proc? Or is it really more important for me to be using my autos and like deciding when to use my abilities more? That's going to be the real question, because we also still don't even see what all of these abilities actually do. But that was, dude, the warrior with the fell cleave combo with the axe grinding with the wheel, dude. That with the start with that, when I saw that, I was just like, what was that? Just look at it. I also noticed that the amount of health that he took away from this thing was negligible. I don't know if that's just because of the showcase or because you're really expected to do that many actions to kill enemies. Those are questions we still really need to have. Yep. Neither positive or negative for me as a whole for the showcase. Some really cool stuff, and I'm really interested to see how some of those innovations actually pan out on the mobile device. But it is a lot faster, and I don't know if that's necessarily a better thing. I mean, I guess it doesn't need to be better, but what I mean to say is I don't know if that pacing is better for this game than the pacing 14 would have. But I think it is really just like a mobile market thing. Either way, at least there's some cool animations. And I wish they had moved around a little bit more, especially since we did spot that analog stick on the left-hand side. I really want to know what the movement ends up looking like in these fights. Am I locked onto the enemy? Am I only moving relative to the enemy for that reason? Like, there's still more questions to be had, especially about a lot of the systems. For those who missed some of the other news, we know there's no gacha, and the monetization plan is slow and steady and not like tons of, you know, cash grab stuff, according to them. So we're very curious to see that. So we've got one element here, which is the gameplay, which we can mull over for a little bit until we finally get our beta test here in the United States. And now we have to mull over the monetization aspects, which they said they would also be beta testing. So I'm very curious to see what they actually end up looking like. But anyway, let me know what you thought in the comment section of the video below. Be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned, of course, on anything mobile related. I will be doing my reports when it comes out. I'll, of course, post some videos on it as well. And I'll continue to keep you updated on 14 Mobile. And, of course, retail, you know. Well, we're doing that. I got Chaotic on the 24th, and I have a group. Hope you're ready. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care.